room have been through extrication classes? I expect all of y'all to have, because you're fire chiefs and supervisor capacity. How many in here are first responders? How many in here are EMT, basic, intermediate, or paramedic?
Not licensed, but trained to that level.
You're not one unless you're licensed.
Licensed by the state of Alabama Office of EMS and Trauma. You raising your hand, young lady? Okay. All right, let me ask one more question. In your departments, you have what, 10, 12, 15 volunteers? Is that right? Am I pretty close? Okay.
On a good day.
On a good day. On a rainy day, how many people do you have available that can handle extrication or that are first responders? And I just want to hear some numbers. Just start up in front. I want to hear from the chiefs. How many?
2.
How many? Next in line?
3.
Next?
5.
Come on.
5.
4.
4.
All right. Robert, how many you got?
5.
Okay. See, 10. We're down. You down. You see where your limitations are. And the point that I'm trying to make is just like I had to make over in Butler County. Butler County is a small sheriff's office, just like Washington County. They're limited in volunteer firefighters. Y'all follow me on this little scenario. The trooper, God knows where he's got to come from. He may have to come. He may be down there drinking coffee. I'm not going to say that because I work for the state. I'm not going to jump on my state folks. Now, you know we've got a law passed. I did this 4 years ago, 2006, with the legislature. You can be late for work and not be fired, but you can't leave work. Sheriff, they cannot leave work. Unless their supervisor's mighty kind to them to let them leave and go help y'all or something. The point that I'm trying to make is this. Number one, we don't have enough volunteers. Candy, you know that. You've been president of AARS. Number two, what volunteers we have, you need all the training that you can get. Extrication, first responder. Please be sure that the person that you're assigning a duty to is qualified. Don't take a rookie and put him to doing something that he doesn't know what he's doing and jeopardize him and put him on the spot. You know, if you don't have somebody, and I understand you got 3, you got 5, if you can, let that person go with a rookie so he can be learning. Right, Candy? We want everybody to learn. But for God's sake, make sure everybody has got their turnout gear on, their vest, the new green vest with all the reflective, their helmet, and a wand in their hand or whatever, or a sign. Let's don't go out there like what happened a few weeks ago. The volunteer firefighters, we already getting a black eye about that methamphetamine mess in Houston County and Madrid. The fire chief and his son making meth and selling it out of the old firehouse. So, let's don't be country bumpkins. Let's be professionals. Let's be what we are, what we're trained to do. Yes, sir.
Okay, kind of in answer to my having 3 people available, we have mutual aid agreements.
Automatic or just?
It's automatic.
Okay.
If I get on a scene and it's an extrication, I don't have extrication tools. I have the training, but I don't have the tools. Leroy does.
Okay.
5 miles down the road.
Okay.
So we're free to call. They answer. So we have resources available beyond what we have in our.
Does everybody in here have communication? Can all y'all talk to each other? If you can't talk to each other on a 2-way, can you talk to each other on a link?
Links don't work in this county.
Links
I
don't
was
work?
gonna say, we in Washington County, baby, that's usual.
Okay, but y'all all, Sheriff, can they talk to you on your channel?
No.
They can't talk to the sheriff's office.
We can't talk to sheriff.
We're not cowboys.
We can't talk to the ambulance that works out of Jackson.
We're not cowboys.
What was that a smart remark?
Hey, let's
You
go.
need to leave the room. Okay? This was gonna be a constructive meeting. You need to leave.
Communication is.
That's not what we're here for, folks. He made a very smart remark. That's not what we're here for. We're here to do some good. And that's uncalled for, what he said.
I'm gonna agree with the sheriff, there's, you know, the cowboys and the coon hunters thing, that's what I told y'all. If you had any hard feelings, or if there's any animosity, leave it at the door, just leave yourself. Okay, communications. That's why I was asking.
Intercommunications is a
Y'all do
requirement.
got, they got what is y'all's 911 enhanced?
They say.
Okay, well, okay, but they're working on it. They could be in phase one, they could, you know, be getting to phase one, okay.
Intercommunications operability is a requirement under the new program
It
with
is.
Homeland Security.
It is.
Sheriff, if you can see your way to it and be in compliance with federal law, get these guys on
Right.
your frequency and limit them to using it. Just let them talk to you. Sir, I got a letter, I'm authorized to use it.
Well,
I'll show you the letter.
And let me tell you what, I told you a while ago, we had 162 calls. We cannot put fire department on our, and then we have communication.
Okay,
Can you-
Many times-
that's what all I
And
wanna
use
know
their
is-
frequency and monitor their frequency so you can talk to them on
If
their.
they needed to call, if they needed a deputy, just say they needed a deputy because a trooper is an hour away. And for some reason, 911 is tied up, or just say they needed you, or they needed Terry, you know. Can they not? I mean, we can, and I can
They
flip
can
over to
link,
TAC
they
3
can
and
link us
call my
together,
sheriff.
they can link us together. We never use that capability, but it can be done. I even have.
That's what I wanted to know, that's what I wanted to know.
And we're in the
Go.
process of everybody going over to at least the department having an 800 radio, which would give us all communication with one another too, right?
We're not going to the 800.
Y'all not?
No, we're not. The sheriff's office is not. We just put in 4 repeaters and then the process of putting in the 5th one. And it's strictly for law enforcement. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem being able to talk to y'all. I want to be able to communicate with you. But this system that I have and I have built is strictly for law enforcement.
Well, I think it
It's
is
just like the
sad.
troopers, you know, the troopers are not going to let you get on there.
Yeah, well, I think it's sad though,
Well-
that in this community with as many fire departments as we have, and the city, police departments, or towns, however you wanna say it, that we have, that we don't have communications with one another.
Well, we
This has
supposed to
been a
have.
continuous issue. I've been in my department for 22 years, and this has been a problem for 22 years, am I not correct?
Candy, do y'all have a county mutual aid frequency?
Well, we would have whenever the 800, if everybody gets on board with the 800, but I'm not 110% for the 800 system
I'm
either
just
because
asking
the
for
money
the
is still not operational.
Listen, everybody has the NELE, right?
Oh, we got Nelly. Y'all got
Okay,
Nelly.
Y'all got it. Yep, I mean, and we use that in Henry, over in Henry County, my sister county. When we go over to a system in Abbeville and places like that, because they're on a whole different radio. We're on VHF, they're on UHF. But that Nelly, that's how we talk to each other.
Well,
And
we can-
that's what I was getting at.
We can talk to each other.
You know, everybody's gonna work together, y'all can talk with each other.
We can talk to each other here by simply going through dispatch,
There you
because
go.
they can patch it in either way.
Right,
The
okay.
problem
That's-
there is we
that's
got
what it is.
people out there that ain't trained on how
That's
to
right.
do it.
Okay.
He just.
Now, he just said that